This character mastery is single-handedly winning in the set right now. These SIGs are all he needs. I mean, his blasters, they could bring him the kill right now. D-Light recovery, that's going to kill him off the top.
Seen Balloonboy on that Zariel, the Devil Jin. We've seen MegD on a new character, which is more of that Finn Jala, right? And
still on that Jala. Yep.
It's gonna be crazy. I want to see how that really does, because this is the first time I've ever seen MegD's Jala against Balloonboy.
I think Zariel versus Jala is like actually kind of scary, because Zariel has I think bow favors into axe, and I think gauntlets favor into axe, and I think the strength also favors into Jala. So if Balloonboy can hit just one string and then a SIG, that's literally enough to like probably get a KO. So MegD needs to play this matchup very carefully, in my opinion. He already is reaching the yellow, but yeah, oh my god, he's playing so well with his bow. Balloonboy's starting out pretty explosive here.
Well, and bow is what he's more comfortable with too, because I mean he was playing that Dian in the past and had that bow, had that the blasters, and now went over to Zariel, and that's his most experienced weapon, so you're going to see him go crazy. But he's been liking the gauntlets a lot more. I feel MegD has a better mental matchup against the gauntlets rather than the bow, because we've seen so much gauntlet when it comes down to the past 3 to 6 months in Brawlhalla. And but as I say that, Balloonboy comes in with that gauntlet ground pound and a juicy downlight ground pound knockout onto MegD.
Yep, and Balloonboy, he was looking like he was going to build a bigger lead for himself, but he still has a lead, and MegD shuts it down instantly, chases him off stage, GCD like ground pound. MegD saying that he is not done with that lead extension that he was getting, and he's still extending it right now. I mean, he didn't have a lead extension, but now he is extending one.
Yeah, right now, I mean, we're kind of seeing things become rather even right now. We're seeing Balloonboy, as I say that though, go and really approach that bow and launch MegD into the orange, going with these different strings. But now we're just kind of seeing MegD throw that neutral light out a lot as well. We've been seeing a lot of that neutral light come out of MegD. I'm wondering if Balloonboy is going to pick it up a little bit. It's like, hey, here's how I can approach you now against it. But also MegD's being a lot more floaty than he's been in previous matches here too, just because of how well Balloonboy's approaching with that bow, kind of leading MegD to have to be floaty as well. And 2 minutes in, MegD in the red, now having platform control. He could do something, but Balloonboy missing his dare, MegD missing the ground pound. A lot of back and forth at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth going on here, but MegD is at a little bit of a deficit. Bringing it back though, being completely even, having the sword. D-Light Sair sends Balloonboy over to the left, not enough to KO him, but GC Endlight reverse into the stage is still not enough to KO him, and MegD chases a little bit. Balloonboy now has the advantage position, but MegD has the advantage weapon here. He has much more KO options on that sword than Balloonboy does on those gauntlets. Any hit kills for both weapons though, so does it really matter? D-Light just far enough that he can't recovery though. He gets that Endlight as Balloonboy dodges into him, and any hit's gonna do it. Chases with that GC Endlight, super good, well placed for MegD there, and now he had the opportunity to extend this lead for himself.
Yeah, and MegD gets a lovely little 2-piece in. Balloonboy just feels comfortable enough to go ahead and say, hey, on recovery, it's gonna make things a little bit more even, and it lands, and it's an even matchup right now. So we got Balloonboy on that bow. He's he's gonna have to get that damage build up like he's done for the previous stocks with that bow in the beginning, because MegD is very good at coming back from those disadvantages that Balloonboy's been really giving him too. I mean, like a half stock disadvantage, 3/4 of a stock disadvantage as well, and MegD is coming back with the axe and the different options that they have as well.
Yeah, MegD reaching the orange as Balloonboy is reaching the yellow. At this rate, Balloonboy is he's gonna put him into the red before MegD's able to put him into the orange. So MegD needs to step up his hits a little bit, get a sidelight now, and actually maybe extend that even further. It's that Endlight. Firing back with that sidelight N-Sig, but doesn't connect. He's gonna get punished for that read that he went for there. Balloonboy needs to be a little bit more precise on these reads, because if MegD gets those trades, it will just allow him to win the game with trades alone. D-Light chases with the recovery. He's gonna put him into the red.
Yeah, both players in the red right now in their final stocks, and it all comes down to the next 30 seconds. Who's going to really approach, how they're going to approach. Balloonboy approaches with that bow sider. MegD comes in with the axe downlight. Weapon stars Balloonboy. But Balloonboy is also used to that unarmed, but MegD does not care. GC downlight sider comes in clutch, and MegD takes game number 1 over Balloonboy. And with the axe, we're seeing Balloonboy coming with the gauntlets, but we also have to consider that MegD also played Val for a longest time. So Balloonboy is approaching with these gauntlets that MegD knows so well. And now you're seeing Balloonboy kind of trying to rely on that bow a little bit more for damage build up. And now MegD already has almost an entire stock lead, beginning within 30 seconds.
MegD hasn't been touched yet. D-let recovery still not been touched. Not enough to KO. And Cygnus complete 0 to death in 40 seconds for MegD. At this rate, MegD is just gonna bring Balloonboy to his first before MegD gets on his second. I mean, 0 to death coming out from Brawlhalla especially is scary because now Balloonboy has to play a full stock worrying about any hit that he's going to get hit by right now. Any hit, any sig even. Because that damage is such a favorable factor on that character. Balloonboy trying to look for a hit here. Trying to go for that end light, doesn't connect. Gets that dare punish for Balloonboy, but MegD firing back, end light, side light, there, recovery. I mean, ground pound puts him into the orange, and that's just enough to even it out on a stock deficit lead. I mean, he needs to just fire back a little bit harder instead of taking so much damage. Good dare, is it enough? Oh, it's not enough, and the drop, D-like ground pound. He goes for the ground pound, but gets punished for it. Goes to that D-sig, moves around a little bit, and he still cannot find his KO. Balloonboy is struggling right now.
Yeah, Balloonboy right now is trying to get this first stock knockout here while he has that advantage with that gauntlet recovery knockout option on the MegD. But he has a long way to go if he wants to go and win game number 2 into his favor. I mean, we're seeing it right now, and MegD is up 3/4 of a stock, and Balloonboy's gonna have to do some sort of combo to really be able to do it effectively. And MegD is taking the center control from Balloonboy. Balloonboy's trying to be a little bit fluid, gets Silate into neutral air, and Silate with unarmed picks up the gauntlet again, gets neutral air, misses the second one though. MegD's able to pick up that sword, get the neutral light, but MegD's now in the yellowish orange of that second stock, and that has a lot to do with the fact that MegD's on Jala, that low defense on that character, and now things are getting a lot more even, and it's starting to look more in Balloonboy's favor. That grab pound comes in. MegD unable to come back to that ledge. No more jumps. No more options. And Balloonboy just turned that around in his favor.
Yeah, Balloonboy having the lead now after looking like it was so dire in the beginning of the game. He fires back with a read instantly too as MegD spawns in. MegD already touching the orange. That defense is not going to be favorable in this matchup for him right now at this current moment because it took him only a couple hits, but the D6's actually gonna make sure he cannot get back because I guess he couldn't drift enough while going out of that sig, and that's gonna be good for MegD actually because now it is much easier to handle this lead extension coming out from Balloonboy now that he has on only one stock to work with here. Balloonboy hitting these Saras over to the left. MegD trying to find a way in neutral here. He's trying to find some hits. Balloonboy not really giving him anything obvious, but that is an obvious punish that goes out right there, and Balloonboy gives it to him. Sidelight there leads up into the end light, leads up into the weapon throw. Another end light going out, sends him to the right. Balloonboy trying to find a way up here. MegD going for the slider. D-Stick barely misses it actually, but that is gonna get him punished with the sidelight as he comes up. Recovery, it's not enough to KO him. D-Light recovery, that's gonna be enough to KO him. Hasn't damaged enough. He had such a big comeback in that last stock, but it wasn't enough to put him in a win state for that second game. He was just constantly getting hits, but that last hit that he tried to go for that D-Sig was enough to put him in a bad position and get KO'd. So, I mean, even Balloonboy had a lead too in the beginning.
Well, yeah, they keep on exchanging that lead so much to the point where you don't even know what's going to happen until the final stock is gone, right? Like, it's not like we've had in winners at quarterfinals where it's been like clean swap or whatever else, but now we're going into this. It's game 3, and Balloonboy's still on the same character, same thing with MegD, and I don't know what, I mean, last game Balloonboy used a lot more gauntlets than he did bow, but will that prevail against MegD's sword? We'll see.
Yeah, MegD, we know that he has a good sword here, and especially having a high damage sword like Brawlhalla's, don't want to get hit by that. But right now it's completely even. There is little to worry about for both players right now up until they get in that KO percent, which is right now it's honestly the dark orange for both of them. They are at it right now. Either Sig, either hit can KO here. Balloonboy finding a way up there. It's a side leg, it's a recovery. Puts MegD into the red. It's a nair as he tries to go above him. He tries to do that cross up. Gets a side sig punish on that side light. That was a super good punish there, and that's going to bring Balloonboy in a stock lead here.
Yeah, Balloonboy doing very, very well right now against MegD in the beginning of this game, but it's just like a last round though, right? Because Balloonboy had a little bit of a lead, then MegD went ahead and took that away from him, and then Balloonboy brought it back. So Balloonboy definitely trying to really approach with a couple things here. You're seeing him just dash along quite a bit, trying to bait MegD into things. Runs right into MegD's sword combo, and MegD lands that weapon throw precisely onto Balloonboy to make things even. And now you see MegD with that axe, and Balloonboy trying to pick up those gauntlets, picks him up. And MegD now with that platform control.
Yeah, MegD, he does have that platform control for a little bit, but Balloonboy looking like he has a good adaptation to how MegD's been playing based off the start of the game. I mean, he has a little bit more control, it looks like a little bit more aura on the stage now. Balloonboy able to hold it, but MegD firing with those that dare into that end light, and that actually has been hitting for him on John. Oh, the slide charge D-Sig off the stage, and the Sayer that's gonna KO Balloonboy. He doesn't find a way back. That D-Sig is just something you do not want to get hit by on axe there on the off stage. It is so powerful. I mean, I know that Java uses that a lot on that character when I see him in twos, and when it works, it just KOs instantly. So yeah, great utilization coming out from MegD there.
And now this is literally the same situation as last round, right? So Balloonboy's going to have to really come back and do this damage buildup to go ahead and win this game into his favor. And I think Balloonboy did not expect the D-Sig to really land the way it did, because he saw it miss. He's like, oh, okay, maybe MegD's going to miss it again. But once it lands, dude, it's a powerful tool for MegD. And now we see Balloonboy trying to do some of these gauntlets, but he's now in the orange. MegD does not want to make the same mistake twice if he can avoid it. And double neutral light comes in. MegD weapon throw hits Balloonboy into a signature at Balloonboy, and that will make things one stack all. But I've also not seen Balloonboy use that N-Sig as much as he's used to doing.
Yeah, no, Balloonboy hasn't used it as much because MegD just kind of glued to the ground right now, and whenever he does go in there, he uses a dare to cover for himself. It's going to be hard to get those N-Sigs, and right now, it's going to be difficult for Balloonboy to come back in this game because MegD's moving around so well around his attacks, getting a punish for every time he goes for one, has the sword in hand, goes for that recovery, chases him. That's going to be enough for MegD to take that third game. MegD played that so well. The sword's going to be the closer out every single time. MegD doing that that sword recovery was just enough. Even just fading out of it and just tipping it was had him low enough to get him out. So great elimination there for MegD.
I think it all came down to that second stock too. I think Balloon wasn't really ready for that second stock knockout, and once he had that disadvantage already, that confirmed it for MegD and going into that game. And now we're going to game number 4. Balloonboy does not want to go to any platform maps that are new. Of course, this new map rotation, and Balloonboy is going back to old reliable Diana.
The Diana coming out in the last moments. He has an opportunity to turn it around here, being down 2-1, and he says that Diana is going to do it. I mean, we know that he is a Diana main, so we'll see how the Blaster's nerf have. I mean, the Blaster's nerfs have been mitigated by the recent buff that they just added. The end light into the Nair is now once again guaranteed if they don't have a dodge. But I just think that blasters into axe is just such a hard matchup, considering every attack that you go for could potentially be a sideline there or just so much damage. So we see that Balloonboy switches to that bow, but he already touches the red here.
Yeah, you're seeing Balloonboy really trying to do something with that bow, but he was already at a big disadvantage, and now MegD's just making it bigger with that axe, and he's really controlling Balloonboy and knowing where he's at. But as I say that, Balloonboy just knocked MegD straight into the orange with that Diana.
Yeah, I mean, thank God he's not dead yet on this last stock, because it is his tournament game, and that GC desig to punish it instantly KOs him. Perfect punish going out for MegD. I mean, Balloonboy onto MegD there, because that brought him back the game instantly. I mean, there's no other better option that he could have used, and Balloonboy is so famous for doing that on the edge so much.
Well, I think kind of MegD might have forgot about that too, because I mean, we haven't seen Balloonboy on this character in literally like months, just because we've seen him on the Zariel, and now we have him back on that bow. MegD with the neutral light jump ground pound, nice job. But I mean, Balloonboy just needs one string. We talked about this earlier to really build that damage up, and we're seeing MegD now really approaching that neutral of Balloonboy, and that's what's going to be getting him a lot of his damage build up, is that bow platform control, and MegD's taking that away from him. He's not really, Balloonboy's really not taking that away and keeping it as long as he possibly can. And now he had MegD on that sword. Maybe we see a little bit more damage build up by Balloonboy to make things a little bit more even, but you know MegD's just sitting in the air using sword waiting for the axe spawn.
Yeah, MegD, I mean, he's looking for the KO right now. Both players looking for the KO, and again he hits him with the same exact positioning and hit. GC desig, man, that's definitely so scary to get hit by, especially since you're low defense. That's just such a specialty move by Balloonboy there, and it is just working for him single-handedly, bringing him those KOs. Now he has the ability to extend that lead with those blasters in hand against MegD coming out here. Grabs that sword, gets that Sair. Balloonboy trying to find his way back. MegD's going to chase with the end light, but that's going to actually get him punished. Now he's trying to chase again. Balloonboy has that exhausted recovery. MegD chases it with the GCD light, and even though he doesn't hit it, it scared him enough for Balloonboy not to make it back. And now it's almost completely even for both these players.
If Balloonboy is given that center control of that bow, he's going to win. The problem is MegD is cutting that lifeline out for Balloonboy, and at signature, I mean, Balloonboy, if he's able to string now, and even if he doesn't land a signature, he can knock out a little bit more, but he's got to get that damage build up now. He wants to do so. If he wants to keep this bigger advantage for himself to go ahead and go into game number 5. Now I got MegD to downlight. He's going to go ahead and have that center control. He's going to try to do a neutral light, or he does a neutral layer and into a neutral light instead. Balloonboy's off that ledge. I think MegD definitely knows what signature Balloonboy's going to rely on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
2 for 2. I mean,
it could potentially be 3 for 3 upcoming in these KO last moments right now. Any hit is so detrimental here. Maybe a little bit lower, but I mean, still MegD can hit a sig that's going to eliminate Balloonboy in this set. Oh my God, tournament stock for Balloonboy. He has to be so careful here. Blasters in hand. D-Light recovery could do it. D-Light recovery, that's going to KO. And perfect option going out from Balloonboy there. Nice, he brings it to the game 5. Such a close match, but Balloonboy ended up being on top, and now this is going to be a scary step for both players, considering they are playing for 4th, and there's no losers bracket. This is the losers bracket.
Yeah, this is a big deal, and I know both of these players have a lot of pressure on them right now, and those blasters, I mean, that's, I think, what Balloonboy kind of needed to go and take it. Those gauntlets, MegD knows so well. You know, it's one of his main weapons that he plays, so when you're countering that, I mean, I don't think MegD knows blasters as much as he knows those gauntlets, and Balloonboy was getting that extra damage with them, and just enough to be able to go ahead and go into that situation. But now we have Balloonboy on the bow, trying to be a little bit more aggressive against MegD, trying to take advantage of what MegD's really giving him. Silent into signature, very nice job, comes in. Oh, and now MegD
the GCN
into signature again. Weapons are comes in. Balloonboy! What?
getting a gimp from the platform on the stage. He's been such a good, like, he's been utilizing those SIGs better than any Diana player I've ever seen right now. And that is winning him the game single-handedly, just hitting these SIGs. Maybe tries to chase with a ground pound. He's not going to get punished for it, but he is going to get a recovery on the way back for it. He is using these SIGs so well right now. I mean, if Balloonboy can keep finding those, that's going to be the factor to win this set. And I think a really big thing that played into the last game with the Blasters was you have a kill confirm off that D-Light much more consistently than you do on the Gauntlets. Like we see when he's on the Zarya, he had like a far D-Light and wasn't able to chase out enough for it to get it true and missed a KO there. So definitely in the consistency factor, Blasters get favored in the kill percent a lot. But maybe trying to chase here, trying to even it up as quick as possible. Gets Esther against the wall, not going to be enough. Weapon throw goes out. D-Light recovery, that's enough to do it. And MegD barely even it up here. 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, both these players 2 stock white, 2 stock yellow. Let's see how this match progresses as we near the last moments.
Yeah, and I mean, we're just kind of seeing MegD be that pillar in the center of the platform. Whenever he's not, he's getting hit by Balloonboy. You know, I think Balloonboy is starting to adapt with how MegD's really approaching him now, because he's faced it for 4 games already. Silent comes in, down, and the signature comes in. Weapon throw lands, and Balloonboy finding his new love with his main Diana and showing his signature set very, very well. And
my God!
MegD off guard. Look at this.
And I wouldn't even say new love. This is old love coming out. He brought out the Diana and knows what he's doing with these SIGs. We didn't see much SIGs like this coming out from Zarya, but this character mastery is single-handedly winning in this set right now. These SIGs are all he needs. I mean, these Blasters, they could bring him the kill right now. D-Light recovery, that's going to kill him off the top. MegD is out of the tournament. Balloonboy takes it with that Diana pick of his. That was the factor to winning that set. He would not have won that set on Zarya.